You are working your lives, you're doing the jobs that you do. Whether you believe it to be immoral or not is immaterial, but there are going to be aspects of every job that's immoral. There is. It doesn't matter what job you look at, there's aspects of it that are immoral. But people will keep doing it, and even if your heart's telling you, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, I've got to put food on the table, I've got to keep the roof above my head. It's a perfect system. But it shouldn't be like that.
What's the
John,
alternative?
what can we do about it?
I was going to say, how would you change it? How would you start to change
Reverse it. You got to allow the mechanisms to reverse.
But how?
You-
Where
what
do
was
you
that?
start? You can't.
See, that's where I'm
That's
different,
right.
see, because I'm an optimist. I'm optimist. And how I work is, and do you know what? The most amazing thing is that I have actually seen changes by doing the simplest of things. I've absolutely 100% seen it. And I am an optimist, without a doubt. I refuse. I 100% know that humanity lived different to this at one time, and we forgot. We
How-
just
how-
forgot.
Can you
Where
kind of
do we
explain how you
start?
think we did?
Pardon?
Can you explain kind of in principle
Well, put it this way, right?
what you would like it to be?
I'll ask you one thing. If you look at the path of humanity, and it doesn't matter how far you go back, you can go back 2,000 years, 9,000 years, right? We've only ever been actually doing one thing, and that is on the path to our own self-destruction.
Well, we just survive, don't we?
No. We are on a path to our own self-destruction.
Yeah, overpopulation exposing.
Overpopulation is the biggest lie ever.
Right, well,
It's
no,
incredible.
you're absolutely right there, because what it is not
Have
overpopulation.
you ever
it's-
flown over this world?
No.
Have you flown over it and looked down? Have you seen how
Yeah.
much open space there is?
It's
I don't know, you've been
excessive
there.
use of resources that
Bullshit.
inefficient.
Bullshit.
So
It
if everyone
absolute-
in the world wanted to have a lifestyle like this, you would exhaust the resources of the world.
Exactly. So that's what they're basically saying is, well, look, there's a few of us who are going to have this lifestyle, but stuff the rest of you.
Yeah.
There's not enough resources for you. You're not
Yeah.
going to get your turn. We'll just keep it to ourselves, and that's right.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Unfortunately,
what's going
that
on,
is the
yeah.
way, isn't it?
This
There's
is-
not, there's
Well,
not, there's not.
it is the way, but
All right,
you know,
it is
if
the
we
way.
just accept it,
Okay,
and,
well, one second.
we'll never change it.
It is the
Yeah,
way,
that's right.
but does it have to be that way?
Yeah.
No.
Thank you.
No way.
So that means there is a little bit of optimism there then somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, I can get a smile out of something instead of these long faces. You know, there's always been this optimism because that's what we're about. That's what human beings are about, really. How many people I know are looking for the sixth sense? Human beings have got this sixth sense, right? You've already got it. You just don't realise. It's called a sense of humour. We just don't relate to
We
it.
actually have 22 senses. to be
Well, yeah,
fair.
but this sense of humour that we hold. What happens when you laugh? Nothing bothers you, nothing worries you, you're not stressed anymore. If you're not stressed, I've seen people who are phenomenally ill start laughing, even forget they're ill.
I've seen that.
But see, that's my point. Because we're caught up in this humdrum, all I discovered all I wanted to know is how it happened. That's all I went and looked for. So I studied it and looked at it and listened to what people said and listened to people who know what they're talking about and went, hold on a minute, this is all heading somewhere. I'm seeing patterns here. This is repeating itself. Every 3 generations it's repeating itself. And I couldn't work it out. Why does it keep repeating itself? Why does every 100 years of history has exactly the same elements in it and they come back to, it starts again. So it goes all the way through and it comes back again. Why is it doing this? And this is not just, you can go into Egyptian history and you see it. You can go into the Dark Ages, you see it. You go into 40 years ago, you'll see exactly the same thing over and over and over again. Fashion repeating itself. You know, music, everything repeats itself. There's nothing new. It's just being regurgitated. Why? And then I sort of like started to figure out. One of the things that made it easy was realising that the most intelligent people in the world are actually the most stupid. That's what did it. That triggered it in me because it's intel. Exactly what the army work off. Intel, intelligence. And I was like, hold on a minute. So it's intel. You're relying on someone else's words. And it's like I started to look at things. People keep bleating to me. They keep saying, the Bible. Okay, what is this thing they keep talking about? It's the book. Right, let's have a look at this book. I opened it up and started reading it, shut the things. I can't read that. It's gobbledygook. Absolute gobbledygook. Tried again. Still couldn't make any sense of it. Tried again. because I will keep trying, because people are telling me this is important. But it's a book. Why is it so important? There's thousands of books, millions of books. Why is this one book so important? So, and then Alan, I've done research with Alan with this. I've talked to Alan about this and talked to other people. I said, right, what's this thing, the Bible? You explain how you see the Bible. And people were saying, well, it's got all this wonderful stuff in it. And there's this bloke called Jesus Christ. And he's telling this and he's saying that. And yeah, it's really wonderful and all this sort of stuff. I said, well, you didn't take a lot of notice of it, did you? That was 2,000 years ago or whatever it is. And look at the state we're in now. I said, that's what politics and religion have done for us. They've actually put us in this state. I wonder what happens if you actually took them subjects away now and put them in the bin. I wonder what would happen to humanity. Would it revert back to what was before then? Or would it just go to pot like everybody imagines it's going to happen? There's going to be a big bang and that's it, we all start again. Maybe that's the best thing that can happen. I don't know. But I started to look at it. So I look at the Bible and I said, right, okay. So the Bible has planes of morality in it, but it also has law. It's a book of law. I was like, whoa, hold on a minute, it's a book of law. Now let's start looking at the church. What's the church? The church is two things. It's a facade. It's a shop front. And on the shop front it says love and compassion, benevolence. We love you, we'll do this, blah, 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 blah. But it's telling you everything that they don't do. Everything. And it's like, so what's behind the church? A corporation. Business. But it's not personal, it's just business. So we can have genocide, we can have war. And how do you create that? How can you do that so everyone will accept it? You invent this magic word called legal. And it's legal in front of everything. You're not allowed to sell drugs on the street. Oh, no. But there's loads of legalised drug traffickers on the streets. They're called pharmacies. But they're okay, they can push all them hard drugs out of there, and a lot of them drugs are hurting people. I know you lot might think they do a lot of good, but there's always effects to them drugs that you have to take some other drug to counter them effects and then some other. And there's a bloke at the top of the pile with a big bank account getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Like the churches.
Exactly. The corporation, the biggest, most powerful corporation, but it's always skin. It always wants a few.
I think from a
Which is
medical point of
organisations,
view,
haven't
though, they're tools, aren't they? They're tools that can be used, and it does depend on you as an individual whether you use those tools or whether you use what you've got when you've made an assessment of an individual person.
See, I don't know, because I want. Someone said, why didn't you go and see a doctor? Because I don't want to see someone who's just practising. I want to actually see someone who knows what he's doing.
But say I saw you and you had a stiff neck.
But it's
I
true.
wouldn't automatically offer you painkillers. I might suggest putting something warm on your neck. I might suggest your wife
Yeah,
rubs
but
your
you're in the
neck.
private sector, aren't you?
No, I would do that if I was in the NHS.
Yeah, I know, but
that
see-
would be my way. I wouldn't
Okay,
automatically
alright.
Go to drugs.
I
But
wouldn't
I
automatically
know
reach for the
doctors-
drug cabinet.
Yeah, but I know doctors who will do it because every time they reach for it, their bank balance gets bigger.
They've just seen a rep.
Yeah.
No, but it's true. This really does
yeah,
happen.
I mean, yeah.
So they will.
That's why I don't go to GPs.
Yeah, but you go into a GP and he says, "What's up with you?" And you'll tell him, and he'll go, "On the computer says take that." Well, I can do that. I can be a doctor then. I can sit in front of a computer and just read off the screen. Yeah, well, it's got a bad back, blah blah. Oh yeah, that'll do. But that's how it's become. That's bureaucracy. That's how it's become. It's become ludicrous. So the people who really do care and do their jobs properly and want to do their jobs because they generally care about other human beings are being prevented from doing that because in the end they will sell their soul to the corporate god. They will. And it's happened. If you haven't sold your soul to the corporate god, you've just provided evidence that there is optimism in humanity.
Oh, I like that.
John,
Feel
The majority
optimistic.
of caring professionals
you.
avoid do that anyway. Even
Yeah.
doctors.
people who
They think of an
practice
alternative.
alternative therapies,
Yeah.
are they actually breaking the law if they don't get a licence as a...
Yeah, in the legal world, yeah, they are. Yeah, and they're making it. They're going to tighten it down even more. It's really becoming very stringent, actually. But see, but what you do in private is no one's business. I've been trying to get to people. But someone said to me the other day about I've got this business and it's failing. I can't do my business in the public. I said, well, take it into the private and do it, like Tupperware parties.
So you mean privately you can do?
Right,
You can be a doctor in the
I'll give you an
private
example,
rather
right?
than the public or
Well, that's
something
how
like
it
that.
works in a lot
Without
of
any.
European countries.
Yeah.
They're in the shop windows and you can choose which one you want to go to. Poland, for instance. You walk down a street in Poland, and you'll see all these names of all these different dentists, doctors, and you choose which one you want
Yeah.
to go to.
You